Lady Buckeyes remain on top of the TVC Ohio, and my reporter Matt Cudhay here is here. We're going to talk some Buckeye basketball. Now, I've got to ask you, Matt, is there any signs of this team slowing down?
In my opinion, Sean, the Buckeyes are playing some of their best basketball of the season. As long as Jesse Addis is running point, I think this team's going to be all right. The standout sophomore point guard has become one of the best players we cover. After a rare off game against Vinton County and a tough non-conference loss to Midland, she bounced right back to her usual form, pouring in 20 points while also nabbing 3 steals against the Megs Lady Marauders in a 77-35 win.
So if this team wants to remain atop the division, Addis won't be able to do it alone. So who else do you think could step up during this stretch?
So many names come to mind, Sean. Tori Campbell, Hannah Taylor, and Cameron Duper are all viable options, but I'm going to go with reigning All-Hero team member Caitlin Hurd. She struggled to find her game early on in the year. However, recently she started to regain her stride, most notably in that huge win against Vinton County. If she can continue to dominate in the paint on the offensive and defensive ends, then this team becomes all the more dangerous. And now looking to next Thursday, NY is going to need her to play big in that important game against Alexander.
So speaking of the Lady Spartans, NY must have that game circled on their schedule.
Not exactly. The Lady Buckeyes are just taking it one game at a time right now. Coach Whiteman stressed that the main focus is the team's next opponent, which happens to be the Wellston Lady Golden Rockets.
Yeah, so the NY boys, their season has been a far cry from the girls, but you know, they did end that 10-game losing streak on Tuesday. They beat Liberty Union 46-43. So do you think that they'll be able to build off of that win coming up to the end of the season?
I want to stay hopeful, Sean. You know, I was talking to Coach Klein. He was telling me in the game against Liberty Union, the team excelled in 2 very important aspects, and that's defense and rebounding the ball. Now they have 6 remaining TVC Ohio games. The remaining 6 opponents, NY is 1-5 against them in the previous matchups, getting blown out by Alexander, Megs, and Athens. So I have a tough time believing that the Buckeyes will be able to pull off any upsets, but if they continue to play tough defense and maintain that presence in the paint, NY is going to be looking to finish right about 7-14, which they finished at last year.
Yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on both of those Buckeye squads. Thanks, Matt.